All right, hi, I'm Chuck with Fault to Get Here, and we are doing an RV tour finally of our Transcend by Grand Design. It is a 2019 Transcend 29TBS. We had a 2019 Jayco, and we upgraded to this because of the features that it gave us and the quality that we've already received from Grand Design and the couple things we've called them about. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a tour of the outside, and we'll go to the inside. All right, so first we'll start. This is the outdoor kitchen. This was a big deal to me because I like having the outside fridge for when we're outside. The boys can come grab whatever they need when they're out playing, doing their thing. These doors are magnet latch, so you don't have to have a plastic hook to hold them. You just put them up, good to go. Fridge. Here is your outdoor stove. We honestly don't use this a whole lot because we just grill. You know, we're just grill people, which it has a quick connect hose down there, which is nice. Like I said, fridge, boys can grab their juices, all that good stuff. So very nice feature to have if you want the refrigerator aspect of it. Plenty of storage for stuff. I can keep all my cooking utensils. So then we go and we have this huge 20-foot awning, which we really like. We don't use it a whole lot because we do like the sunlight, but to have it when it is blistering hot or something, it is nice because it is so long and it does extend pretty far out. We also then have two outdoor speakers, which is nice. It ties into our Bluetooth inside. We have a freshwater fill here on this side, and this is just the gravity fed one. Then we have, because we have two of them, then we have just, you know, basic electro outlets if you want to put stuff out here. A lot of times we will put a table here when we're outside and we're parked long term, you know, a week, 2 weeks. We'll keep it here so that we can, you know, keep stuff on it. We can put food when we're eating, to, you know, kind of as like a serving table, put things on it. It comes with nitrogen filled 15-inch rims, which is good. We've had no issues with our tires. Some people complain about the tires on travel trailers, but we keep them inflated adequately, and we've pulled it now probably 5,000 miles and not had a single issue. We were in Quartzsite in the desert, rough terrain, no problems. One thing I will say about Grand Design, they put fantastic steps on their thing. They're hard to see. They're back behind our, you know, motorized step aboves, but they're good. They're the best ones we found on travel trailers, but we had these from our old travel trailer, and we love the stability of them. You see, I mean, I'm a 250-pound man, and no issues at all. So they're sturdy, they're solid. We love them. Not a knock against Grand Design. They have the best factory installed stairs. It's just what we wanted to upgrade because we already had them. This is awesome. Our last one had like a little handle. This one is great. This is a big handle. It moves. Put it anywhere you want. It's good when you travel. But our boys can hold on to this. We have a 4-year-old, so our boys can hang on to this when they're walking in and out, getting in and out, doing those things. So, you know, obviously we have a screen door. We also then have this friction hinge door, so the wind doesn't catch it, but you don't have to latch it. So when we're coming in, we can put it here. The boys, you know, wanted to rip it off the thing every time, but it just goes and stops, and the wind doesn't catch it. Never been an issue. So we like the friction hinge door because it just stops wherever you want, and the wind doesn't catch it and blow it up. So very good. So like I said, the 20-foot awning, you know, this giant pass-through. Like, this is big pass-through. You keep a lot of stuff, like I said, magnet latch goes up there. We got a lot of stuff in it. Beach bag, things like that for the pool and all that. Boys scooters. This is a plastic, like Rubbermaid table, 6-foot table. You know, it's almost 3 feet wide. Our chairs, I mean, everything we can put in there. And it, I mean, it's good to go. It's great storage. Our last one, our pass-through wasn't sealed. This one is sealed, so it's very nice. On the inside here, it's a little harder to see because, like I said, I have the boys' scooters tucked in it because it rained last night. It has a light switch that you can set to on, off, or motion. When we're parked, I'll leave it on motion. When we're not parked, when we're driving, traveling, because I don't want it, you know, catching and flipping on and all that stuff like that. So, but that's a great feature to have a light in there that comes factory installed. We didn't install that. That was already from Grand Design. Just the little features that Grand Design thinks of. You know, we have our floor stabilizer jacks like everybody else. Grand Design provided the cover. Some manufacturers do not, some do. When you upgrade, this is just a standard feature for Grand Design. Love it. Electric tongue jack. take it or leave it. I don't mind. It's slower, which is power. You know, ton jack. Okay. I don't really care about the little effort it did to manually, you know, raise and lower the ton. But it is nice and convenient to have. If, I don't know, if you're older. I don't know. I like the manual. It came standard with this battery here, just regular, you know, deep cycle marine RV battery. I added a second battery, wired them into parallel. So what that basically means is you do positive to positive, negative to negative. And I went ahead and just did that because we do plan on boondocking, but we're not quite ready to invest in the full solar setup. So we'll probably get like the trickle charge solar panels and whatnot. But the 2 battery provides us with the ability to, when we did boondocking courtside at the RV show, you know, we're in the middle of the desert. We ran our generator 2-3 hours a day, and that was it. Having the second battery, we ran our furnace all night. No issues there. Never drop below, probably 2/3, 70% battery. Slide in and out, no problems. So just giving us that second battery really upped our battery capacity to where we can do everything we need to do, and we never really have an issue. So, come around to this side. On this side we have, here's our solar plug-in. If you want to do a solar panel, it's already pre-wired, ready to go. One of my favorite parts you will see right here. Grand Design does this and it's locked. So let me unlock it. Thought I had them all unlocked. So Grand Design does this on everyone that I have seen. And they want to say that the Transcend is their entry-level model, but to put all the same features on it as all the other ones is fantastic. You know, I keep my water hose in here, but they have this central docking station. I can fill the fresh tank from here automatically, or use the gravity fill. But if we go boondocking, we'll be in the, you know, in a campground, flip the switch, fill the fresh up before I disconnect everything before we pull out, flip it back to city, our freshwater tank's full. And we have a battery disconnect, which is nice. You turn it off, boom, it cuts all the battery power to your trailer when you're storing it or anything like that. Cable outlet, satellite outlet, power outlet, another light over here. You know, it puts everything in a central location. Plastic here, you know, so if it does leak, you have it right here and it leaks right to the outside. And there's a flap here that you can close to seal it off when you're traveling. It makes for a very nice setup to put everything centralized. Very nice. One thing I didn't have on the last one that I love, black tank flush. The black tank flush is fantastic. Sprays in there, cleans it all out. You just hook it up, put it up, leave the dump open, and it just flows and you're good to go. And it washes all that out while you're packing up other things. You can do that. It flushes it. You check it, it's clear, you're good. So it's a very nice feature. So then we have, you know, this is our slide. And on the back side, all we really have is a power cord, which is a disconnectable one. You know, we had one previously that rolled up in there, and if it was cold or anything like that, it was kind of a hassle. But here, you just unscrew it, disconnect it, put it in a bucket, you're done. We also have our spare tire, and one thing that I love, this is, as I said, Grand Design's entry-level trailer, and they give you a walkable roof with a ladder, which is very nice to get up clean, inspect your seals, inspect your slide before you put it in. So it's a good feature. And then bike rack for the boys. So you know, that does pretty good, and we like it. So that's the outside of our travel trailer, and I'll turn it over to Brooke so she can do the inside.
Okay, so here we are in the entrance of the camper, and there's just a few things I want to point out right when you walk in, and the first is basically command centers. So over here we have our, what we call our command panel, and this is a good place to just show you a little bit about what's going on with all the different aspects. So it shows us our different levels, you know, our battery, our fresh tank, our black tank, our gray 1, gray 2. You can see Chuck needs to dump. So one thing to point out, this camper does have 2 gray tanks combined. It gets us 68 gallons. There's only 1 dump, so it's no different as far as that goes, but it holds a lot more, and that was really important to us. So this is kind of where we see all that. It's where we can control our main lighting, our overhead lighting, our outside water pump. We have a gas, a propane, and an electric water heater. So this is where we can flip which one we want to work from. Controls our slide as well as our awning. So this is all the, I guess, the mechanical side of the camper is all controlled right here, which is really nice when you walk in. You know, it's easy and convenient, but also it's in your face. So I remember to turn the water heater on because I am known to forget about the water heater until it's time to take a shower. But being right when you walk in is a nice feature. And then over here is more of the media command center. So this controls our audio throughout. If we want to listen to music on the overhead speakers, inside or out, it's controlled here. It's also our DVD player for the main TV, so that's nice. It's already provided. It's Bluetooth enabled, it's USB, so lots of functions on it. Like I said, just a nice media hub. It's convenient if you're playing music outside, you can control it through your Bluetooth, or just open the door and it's right there. So just a nice feature. And then up here we added our command hooks. So I am notorious for everything needing a place, including our keys. So we just hung this with command strips, and it's where we hang, you know, our different sets of keys, my sunglasses. It's just kind of a good place to make sure they're tucked away. The boys can't misplace them because they can't reach them, and we always know where they are. Right, so here is the kitchen and I guess media entertainment center for our travel trailer. So this layout is something we really loved. It's unique to a lot of travel trailers we saw. You will see it gives us a ton more counter space than your typical layout, but also it opens into more of a square, and so that has, you know, lining the wall like this really helps. So up here we have our TV, and this came installed standard with the our trailer, so it's already mounted. It is on a swivel, so you can pull it out and move it if needed. We haven't needed to, you can see it pretty well, but this was already provided. And like I said, there's a DVD player that's already part of the media center, so everything's ready to go. We have some extra side storage on each side. That side we just house remotes, miscellaneous stuff, but over here we use our canned goods, so it's like a pantry for us, a little extra pantry, but it's got a good lip so nothing comes tumbling out at me when I open it after traveling. You get all this counter space. This is so nice in a travel trailer. You don't get much counter space typically, and when we saw this, I was pretty sold from the start. You also get these 6 big drawers, so I can show you. They're pretty roomy, deep drawers. They don't come rolling out at you when you travel, so it keeps everything nice and secure, and it's really good storage. Sometimes you just need some junk drawers, and so, you know, we have a couple miscellaneous drawers that just hold our junk, flashlights, levels, stuff like that. Cooper has all his books and schoolwork on the bottom. The middle's our video equipment. So really good storage. Everything has a place. And this counter space allows us to keep a coffee pot, which was really important to Chuck. We had to be able to have a coffee pot. Then we'll move over to here. So we have a little extra storage up here. I just keep like our handheld vacuum, our coffee, recipe books, stuff like that. Standard microwave, nothing fancy. Then we have the stove. So one thing we really liked, as you can see, it's flush. So they give you this glass countertop. So you get to use it as extra counter space, and it's flush, which is really nice. But then when you want to cook on it, it just folds up. And it also provides like a backsplash. So if anything splatters, it hits the glass, it's not all over your wall. So that's a really nice feature that we like that it came standard with, just to give us that additional counter space. So with that, pretty standard travel trailer stove, not too big. I have gotten better at cooking at it. It works well. You'll see we actually store our pots and pans in it when we're not using it. That way we can make use of our cabinets. So we just pull them out if we're going to cook. And that works for us. And then down here we have a pretty roomy drawer. It's a little bit of a mess, but you can see it's a good size drawer. So you could keep your pots and pans down here if you want. It's really tall. We're able to keep mixing bowls in here, our Tupperware. So it's kind of a catch-all for those extra bowls and utensils we needed. And then over here is, I guess, really the bulk of the kitchen. So as you'll see, you get these 2 real big cabinets. So we use this one as a pantry. It does go all the way back to the wall, so it goes back in nice and deep. It's actually a lot bigger than it looks. It's pretty deceiving from the outside. So this works for all of our food with the exception of the small cabinet for our canned goods. So this is our pantry. And then over here is where we keep our dishes. So, you know, our cups, our bowls, our plates, our paper goods, more paper products, Ziploc bags, all that kind of stuff. All fits up here. Also has a nice lip, so for the most part, we don't have too many things topple on us when we open them, but it holds everything we need it to. And then we get 2 drawers, so we're able to have a silverware drawer and a kitchen utensil. So that's nice. It's really good for drawer. So I have all our spatulas, our mixing cups, our measuring cups, all that good stuff's in there. And then over here we have our sink. So one feature we really liked is it's a big basin sink, so I can actually fit my crock pot in it and wash it. I use my crock pot quite a bit, and there's still plenty of room. This swivels, comes out, it's spray and stream. Really like that. It makes cleanup a lot easier when you can move it around and clean up the sink when you're done, and that came standard in this. And then underneath we have this storage compartment, and this goes back the whole depth, so it's a really big cabinet. I'm able to keep all of our cleaning utensils, our laundry supplies, just that miscellaneous goodies. Underneath it has our crock pot, our toaster, some protein shakes we just got. So if we had to pick one reason we bought this trailer, for me it's the bunk room. This was a huge asset in just a travel trailer, and this was a very unique layout, so I'm going to show you about it and point out what we really like, but just for the sake of being transparent, this bunk room is why we bought this trailer. So first thing to know is that we have a pocket door, so the boys have an actual door they can shut if they're watching TV. If we're out here watching TV and it's bedtime, provides that a little more privacy and separation, which is nice. And then you'll see they have an actual space. So there's floor, they have hooks, they have a TV. They have, it's not a lot, but we're in a camper, so it gives them a little space. Corby's always down here with his magnet blocks. They can change in here. It just gives them their own space. So it came standard with these hooks, which, like I said, we hang their towels in there, their book bags. We could hang more if we want, but that's all we have for now. So you get that little bit. It came with a backer board, so we were able to add a TV. We also found this DVD player on Amazon that's meant to hang on the wall. I just use Velcro command strips, so those are able to go up there. So they love it. They can watch a movie, have a little bit of playroom, have a little bit of separation. They can watch a movie at night when we're trying to get them to settle down. So it's been really nice. And then if you move in, you'll see all of this storage. So there's 4 big open shelves, well I guess 5 technically open shelves, and then the 4 drawers. Those are really good sized drawers, so we're able to keep all their clothing in here except with the addition of, a hoodie and a jacket. We keep all their clothing in here. We have all the storage for toys, so we have everything in totes organized by what it is. And these go back really deep, so I'm going to try to show you. If you look, there's another tote back there, so these go back super deep. We're able to keep all of their toys, and I'll admit we probably brought more toys than most would on the road. A little bit of parent guilt about going from a 4-bedroom home day camper, but when we found this and found that we were able to store it all in one area and they could access it, that was huge for us. They didn't need us to get their toys out from under the dinette. They can come in and grab what they want, so they have a little more independence, and we really like that. So like I said, 4 of those big cubbies, 5 if you count this one, and this one in here has an outlet and USB, so they're able to charge their tablets. We have a fan at night, helps them sleep, block out some of the noise. So great use of space in here. And then to add, you get these beds. So we have a double bed, which was huge. We have pretty big boys, and we didn't want them to not have room. We actually thought Cooper would want to be down here. The bigger bed, he's the bigger child, but he likes being on top, but that's fine. So we get a double bed, plus you get the 2 single beds. You could easily sleep 4 in here if you want, but it's nice. So Cooper lays this way, this is his bed, but then when he's up here, he'll play with his Pokemon cards. So this is kind of his sitting area he likes, and it's nice that you have that. 3 good sized windows, they all open, so we get good airflow. Plus there's a vent in here. So something we really liked about this floor plan is you get a ceiling vent in the boys' bunk room, our bedroom, the living kitchen area, and the bathroom. So basically the big 4 sections of our camper have an air vent, so it's really nice for airflow. So they have that to give them a little extra. And then you'll see Corby loves, he's kind of tucked in and he feels like it's his little fort. There's individual lighting on each bed, so if Corbin has his light on at night but Cooper wants it dark, it doesn't bug him. Or you could do the full overhead with the switch to light it up brighter if you want. And then we have these 2 drawers. So I want to show you how big these drawers are. We are able They each have 3 drawers, and it stores all their clothes. So as you can see, they're pretty deep. They're really long. So they each have drawers over here, plus these. So between the 6 total drawers, we're able to store all their clothes. These are equally as big. You know, we have all their pants, all their shorts. So that's basically all their bottoms are able to go in a drawer. So really good sized drawers. On this side, it's across from the sink and the kitchen side, we have our slide. And the slide holds our refrigerator and what used to be our dinette. And I will talk about that in a minute. So right here's our refrigerator. It runs off of propane and electric, which is nice. If we're boondocking or traveling, it'll run off of propane to keep everything cool. But then when we're at a site like this and we're hooked up, we can run off electric. So it's still a travel trailer. It's not going to have a huge refrigerator, but it's decent. A little bit like playing Tetris when you grocery shop trying to fit it all in. We can typically do 3 to 5 days worth of cold groceries and meals for a family of 4. So not awful. And then underneath, my dog is blocking, but there is underneath storage as well, and it goes the whole depth of this, so it's pretty big. We're able to keep our printer under it, a good sized tote of dog food, our space heater, just miscellaneous things like that all go underneath. So nice extra storage. You don't always get that underneath the refrigerator. And then moving, you'll see right here, we refer to this as our seating area, but this is traditionally what housed the dinette. So standard in this floor plan came a U dinette, and for a dinette it was fine. It had a good solid countertop, table, leather cushions, so they were nice to wipe off, and like I said, it was shaped like a U, so nothing wrong with it. However, we removed it, and we would have no matter what camper we got. So we just aren't dinette people. We realized that in our previous trailer. We found that nobody really wanted to sit in it if we were having a movie night or relaxing as a family. It's not comfortable to lounge in. When we were eating, the boys fought over getting in because you had to scoot all the way around, and even for them being little kids, they just hated that. They felt stuck. So we just aren't dinette people. If we want to eat together as a family, we will try to do it outside anyway at a picnic table, so we didn't necessarily need it for that. So this is not a knock on Grand Design. This is just a thought issue. We didn't want a dinette. So we had a lot of trouble finding campers that didn't offer a dinette. So we went in knowing if we got a camper with a dinette, we were probably removing it, and sure enough, we did. So Chuck was able to remove the whole dinette in about an hour. Super easy. We were lucky. There wasn't a lot of electric or holes or anything to work around, so it was a pretty easy removal process. And then we purchased the chairs, the ottoman, and the table, all at IKEA. So fairly reasonable price, lightweight, super easy to put together. So overall, this whole, I guess, renovation was very easy, and now it allows us extra seating area. So we actually have a couch plus these 2 comfortable seats, so we can hang out as a family and watch a movie, or when we're doing schoolwork, we all have a place to sit comfortably. So it's worked well for us, no regrets whatsoever. And as far as tables go, we have 2 big trays that we keep here for the boys, and then 2 smaller trays that are under these chairs for Chuck and I. So if we're doing schoolwork or on the computer, or we're eating inside, we can pull those out and then tuck them away when we're not using them, and that's worked fine for us. We really like this area for drinking coffee in the evening when the boys are in bed. Chuck and I can hang out together and talk, so it makes it feel homier too. So overall, we really like this, and there was plenty of room, like I said, for the 2 chairs, and the basket in the middle holds our blankets, plus it serves as a table. And then you get this huge window. So sitting here is nice because you get this great breeze from the big window, lots of natural light. Over here we have our seating area that came standard in this Transcend model. And this sofa came with it. It is a tri-fold sofa, so we really like that over the jackknife. Just feels sturdier, plus it makes a bigger bed. So it folds out into 3 sections, the cushions move down, and pretty roomy and comfortable. And like I said, it feels sturdy when it's put together as a couch. Also, the fact that it's leather is nice. Since we don't have the table, the boys typically do sit over here if they're eating inside, and we don't have to worry about smells. We can wipe them up, so that's nice. And then there's a window right there, so you get a good breeze because it also opens up, so you get a good cross breeze. You can see the kids if they're playing outside, so good placement for it, and helped make that more square open living area that we liked. Above it is overhead storage, and I'm going to show it against my better judgment because I think it's important you see how big it is, but no judgment on how messy it is. I have not come up with a good system yet to organize it, but like I said, I have to show it. So you get and it goes all the way across. It's the height of the cabinet. So really good storage. We're able to keep, you know, our tablets, our DVDs, some games, some extra cords. We have a bag of rice cakes up here, Chuck's hiking bag. So just really good extra storage for some of that miscellaneous. Like I said, I haven't spent a lot of time organizing it yet because it's so tall and there's no divider. It's a little hard, but wouldn't trade it for the world because, like I said, it gives us an easy place to access all these goodies. Here we are in the bathroom. Not a huge bathroom, but a ton of storage space, and this was really nice for us. I will say in our Jayco, we had a pretty roomy bathroom, but we did not have even a quarter of this storage, so it's a little bit of give and take. But as you can see, we have a full medicine cabinet, which is nice for, you know, it has a ledge plus the door, so this is stuff we can keep in when we're traveling and not have to worry about it falling around. You get these extra shelves. They do have lips. We could probably keep most of this up here while we travel, but I don't because it just makes me nervous. I don't want to have a mess to clean up, but it's nice for when we're stationary to be able to use those shelves. You get a pretty good counter space, so as females know, when we're getting ready, sometimes we need some counter for, you know, our curling irons or makeup or whatever it may be, and, you know, I really like that you still get that with this model. Plus you get these 3 big drawers, so these are pretty good size. I mean, they're tall, so, you know, I'm able to do makeup and stuff, and this one we have, you know, Chuck's shaving, so it's a good use of space. And then you get underneath, so we can keep our extra toilet paper rolls, toiletry. So this alone would be great storage, but then you get the added bonus on this side. So over here, we have this storage compartment. Is that blocking it? Okay. So we're able to keep extra stuff up here, our extra towels, our, you know, shower caddies, just stuff that we don't necessarily want sitting out. You're able to store in here. And they have doors also, so you don't have to worry on travel days. It came with a towel rack, which we use for just a hand towel. I will say, and if you have any ideas for us, put them below. We are struggling a little bit with where to hang towels in here. Because there's so much storage, there's not a lot of wall space. So we added these 2 command hooks for mine and Chuck's towels. The boys do have a place, and I can show you that. We don't love them being here. So if you have any ideas when you're watching our video, we'd love for some suggestions, but it does the job. So like I said, command hooks, we're able to put our towels here. One thing that they did in the Grand Design Transcend, which threw us off, but now we've actually come to like it, is they did not mount the toilet paper holder. They provide one and the brackets to do it, so you can put it wherever you'd like. And at first we were like, well, that's kind of weird, but then we thought, no, that's actually really smart. So if you want it on the right side or the left side, if you want to put it inside the cabinet door, you could. So it just allows the actual owner to decide their preference, and I think that's one of those things you probably do have a preference for, so it's nice that you get to choose. For us, we opted to do this, just a little IKEA holder, and I don't know that we're necessarily sold on it, but we started there because we weren't sure where we wanted to mount, but it's nice that you get that option. And probably Chuck's favorite thing about this bathroom is this is actually a porcelain toilet. So it, you know, you wouldn't think it makes a difference, but it does. It just feels sturdier, feels more like a standard residential toilet. So that is a nice upgrade that they have in this model. And I will show you the shower. I'm going to open the curtain and then sneak out so you can see. But here's our shower. So decent size, nothing too fancy. Unfortunately, it was a little smaller than our Jayco, but I'd still say it's on the larger side for a travel trailer in comparison to some of those we've seen. So they give you the little shelves for your storage. We have a caddy we keep for extra storage. We did upgrade our shower nozzle to the Oxygenics. The one that came with it was fine, but the Oxygenics just gives you more pressure, and with a lot of hair, it's nice to wash your hair with some pressure. So okay, so here we are in our bedroom. So not a huge bedroom, but once again, we're in a travel trailer, so we typically are only in here to sleep anyways. It definitely functions, but a few things to point out is, one, we can walk all the way around it, so that is nice. We actually have room to move all the way around the bed, and this is a standard queen. Our previous camper was a short queen, and to us it makes a huge difference. Chuck doesn't hit my feet anymore when he walks by, which is nice. But also, if we decide to upgrade our mattress, you know, campers are notorious for not having good mattresses. If we decide to upgrade our mattress, it's a lot easier to find a standard queen than a short queen. So that was something we really liked about this floor plan. We could walk around it, and it had a standard queen. So as you can see, we have his and her lighting. So those are controlled separate from the overhead, which is nice for in the evening if one of us is ready to, you know, call it a night, but the other one's reading or up still. We have those lighting features. We have all around the bed storage. So over in our overhead, these open up. They go the length of the wall and the depth. So it's really good storage for just miscellaneous things. You know, I have a whole pile of scarves up here. So good storage use there. And then we have closets on both sides still. So this side is Chuck's, and he's able to hang all his shirts in here. I will point out we found these hangers at IKEA, and we have loved them. So they have a short profile, so it's nice because he can hang all his shirts and they don't gather too much at the bottom. There's not too much extra down there, and they're thin, so he's able to fit everything in here. And then underneath, it's kind of hard to see, but there's little cubbies on both sides. So those are really good. We can tuck the remote, phone chargers, books, anything like that can get tucked in there. Both sides of the bed do have full outlets, as well as that side has USB outlets. So that's really nice when we're boondocking. We can still charge our phones and tablets. So that's a very nice feature for us. And you see you kind of have a table, so if you need a drink or anything like that, you have a little bit of room on both sides. Then moving over here, you'll see it had a backer board to mount a TV, so we went ahead and mounted. To give you an idea, this is a 32-inch TV, so fits a pretty big TV. I don't think you need something that big in this bedroom, but we already had it, so we decided to go ahead and use it. Nice window. You have a window on both sides, so you get a good cross breeze. You also have the vent, so that was really nice in this floor plan. This is a 50 amp travel trailer. We have only used it as 30 since we don't have the second AC, but it's already wired and it's already a 50 amp. So if we decide to add the second AC, that'll be an easy addition and probably something we'll end up doing when summer comes around, but nice. Even without it, it's just nice for extra air. It lets in light, you know, nice vent feature. So underneath, we still have our underbed storage. Not very pretty, but it does the job. We have two big totes under here, Cooper's keyboard, some extra clothes, so it's stuff we still needed for the road, but we also don't need to access very often. But you know, really good storage feature. I mean, it's basically the size of a really large chest, so that's nice. And then over here, this is why I love this bedroom. So this is a nice feature for a travel trailer. It's not too often you get a closet outside of your side wardrobes. So this travel trailer gives you a whole nother closet. So I am able to keep all my shirts up here. I have jeans tucked under here. So it's just nice. I mean, this is all extra in comparison to a lot of floor plans. So love that. There's this cubby that, you know, we keep all our hats and belts. Plus we each gained a drawer. So in a lot of travel trailers we saw you didn't have drawers in the master. And this is nice for, you know, your undergarment, socks, that kind of miscellaneous little items that you need tucked away. So we each gained a drawer in this floor plan as well, along with the closet. So that was really nice. And then last but not least, we have an actual door. So we do have a pocket wood door, closes all the way to a magnet. Also snaps up here for travel days so it doesn't move, but definitely provides a little more privacy.